I don't even know if this is working or not, or if it looks good. Yeah, the quality is not that good, I get. Okay, the quality is decent, I guess. Okay, the quality is decent, I guess. Okay, the quality. Yes, it seems to be working. Very nice. All right. Let's change the settings here. Um. Okay, the description seems to be all right. The visibilities will be shown. Change that to public, and we should be live, I think. Wait, didn't change from private for some reason. Go with public, done, save. Okay, it's public now. Nice. Alright, I hope this sounds good. Let's check the audio again. Alright, I hope this sounds good. Let's check the audio again. Yeah, okay, seems to be pretty nice. Okay, so I have a problem here, and I can show you guys the problem. Oh, that's the wrong window here. So I'm basically installing Text Live, which is a library to show LaTeX files in VS Code. And the installation takes for ages, and I don't really have time at the moment. So I will actually just use an online editor for LaTeX and use my GitHub repository to actually show the code and basically debug the whole thing and create a document. And then I will go over to this when in another live, I guess, or stream. But it's almost done actually. It's about 10 minutes left, but I don't really care. So yeah. So I'm gonna go into Overleaf. Now Overleaf is an online text editor that is actually you actually have to pay for it. But I have logged in with my student access, so I don't have to pay for it. But either way, so GPT 2 module description. Like that. So I'm gonna start that and load it up. Yeah, and it looks disgusting to be honest, but whatever. Yeah, and the text here is super small. I might be able to make it a bit bigger, like that, probably. Seems to be alright. And we can collapse. Nope, that is not what I want to do. Can I collapse this? Yeah, I can. Nice, thank you. Okay, so we have an introduction, and this is the description, obviously. It's November 2024, that is fine. Yeah, so let's go over to and I will actually create another window for this. And let's go into my GitHub and the repository, basically. Boom, and then go into the Chatgpt 2 module. And yeah, so there is actually two Python scripts that we want to document here, and that is training.py and also the where is it, chatbot.py. But I will start with training.py because that is the most complex code, I guess. And I will also make this bigger and remove the symbols here so we can obviously, see the things a lot better. So now I actually don't really know how to create code blocks. So how to create code? I know how to do it in VS Code, but here it's different. So I have to go and check that in the overleaf description here, and it's basically a verbatim text enclosed inside text verbatim. That is not really what I want to do. This is basically what I want to do. Yeah. So I'm gonna use this package here, and I think this is actually what I do in VS Code. I'm gonna import that, and then they just find a function here, and it's, which is pretty interesting. And this code will be displayed like this. And you can also define different languages. I'm obviously gonna use Python here, and yeah, and you can also actually import files. That's interesting. Here you have code styles. So I guess I will actually copy this whole thing here and change it to a decent style, I guess. So what we want to do is to just import these here, and that should be fine. Yeah, and let's go with this. Okay, so here they imported the file. So let's go with this Python text here, and that this is just a preview, so it's nothing important really. I'm gonna change, so that seems to be fine. If we compile that, we have this thing here. For some reason, it doesn't really use the style, which is not what I want to do. So let's see what they do. Okay, so they actually just, or never mind. Okay, so here they imported a file, but they used this instead, which we want to use. So let's change. Oh, yeah. So let's change that. That is not what I want to do. It's here. I should change that to this, I think. Maybe it's just like this. Yeah. Then I want to change this as well. That is giving us problems. Okay. Okay. So it's just working for the file. That's pretty dumb. Let's do this instead. I have another ID to this problem. So let's just remove these and compile again and go over to our GitHub here, and I will just go into my documentation of school notes, and I know that I have to be in Haskell. And then we go to the text document here, and this is basically what I want to do. So we're gonna import this here. Let's do that. I actually want to import it over here. Nice. And then we want to use these kind of brackets here, which is where is it? Here. So we want to use something like this. So we could do something like this, and then we should just end with these parentheses, and it should be LST listing, like that. Boom, this should be fine. Yeah, so you guys can see I have a code block here, and then we just have to import. So let's go back to the Chatgpt module and import the code we want to describe. So training.py, and I will also do the introduction to be training, training.py here, so we can see that this is actually the file. Yeah, and we can remove this. So we first import all the libraries. This should be pretty straightforward. For some reason, it doesn't include the colors. We have some problems here. Maybe it is, wait a minute. sometimes latex is nice, sometimes it's horrible, and it's different every time. I think, yeah. Nope, that is not the problem. We have graphics and all that. Oh, it's these colors here, I think. We have to import as well. Yeah, that solved the problem pretty much. So you guys have some colors, that's fine. And then I probably should just be able to write here. So we import torch, the torch library to make us able to use machine learning technologies. This is spelled wrong. A little bit like this, I think. Nope. This is how spelling. Yep, nice. Okay. Technologies, and also CUDA structures, I guess. NVIDIA CUDA drivers, should it be? Drivers. Today, right? Really nice. We also want to drag this to the right, so I guess I can, on top of everything, do something like this. And I think I have to import this here as well, yeah. So we can import it up here, and then I should just be able to do drag right, like that. And yeah, maybe that didn't even do anything because I imported it. Let's check that again. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Okay, great. And obviously, this is not just for torch libraries. Actually, it does. Never mind. Okay. We also import a random or randomization of numbers because we need that, and we also import argpass, or we import argpass parse, I mean, to parse terminal commands that creates argpass should be added to create that creates if I remember correctly, we use that as an parameter that creates a parameter or block size, block underscore size, that we use for training the module. And obviously you have to training that, and this should be having a backspace as well. And I think that's fine if we recompile that. Yep. It should be E here. Yeah, and we use pickles. We import pickle to be able to load the module that we load / save the module that we trained. We import NumPy for extra mathematical support, mathematical support for functions and operations. And then we also we import to be able to split text data into the correct that should be fine. I don't think that is gonna be an yeah, that's fine. Into the correct dimensions to operations to consider for future future dimension errors. Whoops. That and we also import pandas to be able to format the input slash training slash valuation data. So that is basically all the imports and why we import what. So yeah, that's really the best explanation I have for those imports. Let's go back here, and I actually find it quite funny that I remember all of these things here. Okay, so the next code block, which is our argument here, or parser, I guess. We have to copy that. Like that, I think should be looking quite fine. Yeah. This code creates an input. How do you say it? Creates an necessary input before we even start the training process. So what that basically means that it will ask us, which will ask us about the block size, size that we want to use. Why is this wrong? Oh yeah, it's it's this thing here. It should have a backspace here. That should be fine. Yeah. I might actually want to explain what all of these keywords are, like block size and stuff, but I will do an appendix, I guess. But I will do that later. So now we have this this block of code here. So let's copy that. And that should not be Haskell, it should be Python, by the way. Python. Just to make everything consistent. And we will also create an end tag here and remove this language here. Boom. think that should be fine. Yeah, but I don't know why this is wrong. Color gray, it can't find the color gray. Well, I don't really care at this point. Okay, could I change the width here? I think I can. The backlines, basic. Let's go with this for the moment. Yeah. Okay, so here we have an argument to parse to specify the expected type, help message, etc. Yeah, so this code creates the input in the terminal and adds an input explanation, I guess. That will appear if we did not provide with the right inputs. And I can also make in parentheses here block size, by the way, because it's block size we want to input. Boom. Nice. Okay. So that is pretty interesting. And I was a shit ton of errors for some reason. Could not find the color gray. Like, I don't even know what that means. Is there something wrong here? Oh, it's the freaking comment here. Let's remove that. Yeah, that seems to be fine. Yeah. We simply, this is also another code block here, begin, boom, lst listing, and we just we have to add language here. Language equals Python, and I think I spelled that super wrong, like that. Very nice. Let's add this here. I don't even know why that is wrong. I think it should be, nope, it's not detecting for some reason. Yeah, it's because this is the wrong thing. That should be fine, I think. Nope, because, oh my god, I hate overleaf so bad. Okay, nice. Saves the block size, I guess. Block size, size argument into a variable that we can use in our program. And now we have another freaking code. Jesus, dude, this is gonna be so many. LST listing. Like that, paste that here. I think that's fine. It's this here, like that. We print the amount of block size we provided through the terminal, and also prints if CUDA is available. Otherwise, we use the CPU for training processes. And obviously this is wrong because we have to add a backspace here, like that, and boom. I think that should be fine. Yeah. So we print the amount of block size we provided through the terminal, and also prints if CUDA is available. Otherwise, we use the CPU for training processes. CUDA in parentheses GPU, because CUDA is GPU. Yeah, that is basically what we do, and I think I have to add this language thing. Like it's irritating to define code blocks like this, but I guess that's how you do it. Yeah. Then here we define the hyperparameters. So let's go stat lst listing, like that. Boom, and we also should add the language here. I think that should be fine. Yeah. Okay, so we define the required hyper parameters that is needed to train the AI or the AI dash module hyperparameters. I think it's fine like that. And I will probably just want to add this actually. Yeah, seems to be fine. So we define the required hyperparameters that is needed to train the AI module. Hyperparameter variables, I actually want to call it, because it's variables. It's actually not really hyperparameters. It's variables that you can change by either a web server or just manually. We also print the device. I don't think that is needed to know. Yeah. So our next block should be again lst listing. That's pasted in here, and we should also add the language to Python, like that. Boom. We define define a variable that will contain that is not how you freaking spell it, Jesus. That should be the right. Contain the defined vocabulary, which is not, oh my god, English, hello. That our AI dash module will use. And also load the text data, which is our vocabulary named vocab.txt. We basically read, not load, read. That is fine. With an encoding of UTF-8 because that's the normal, and yeah, that should be fine. And then we also create a set of text which will be converted to a list, which then also will be sorted by numerical values based on the character, and store this sorted list into chars. I think that should be fine. We define a variable that will contain the defined vocabulary that our AI module will use, and also read the text data vocabulary named vocab.txt with an encoding of UTF-8. We also create a set of text which will be converted to a list, which then also will be sorted by numerical values based on the character, and store this sorted list into chars, the variable chars. Name chars. I think that should be fine. After that, we basically load the training data. What's the time? Okay. We load or read the training data, which is in this format. Train1.txt, and creates a list, or saves the list, and saves the lists, or now actually create a list, and we read the training data and creates a list with the for loop provided above, to essentially strip the rows into a list of lists. So we basically get a matrix of lists, which is a matrix of text rows, basically. No, we actually get, yeah, okay, so we get a list of string data where every element is a row, basically, and creates a list for the loop provided above to strip each individual rows into list elements. Individual text rows, actually, by the way. Text rows into list elements. And saves the list into the text underscore data variable. Yeah, that seems to be right. Then we create the different sizes of training and evaluation, basically. here we create variables that contain the different lengths of the training data and also the evaluation data. We use the, and I will use, the 20, I have to do backslash, I guess, 20%, 20%. Yeah, so it should be actually like this, 80, then I should do right arrow, I guess, like this. Boom. Yeah, we use 80 to 20% rule to define and create training and evaluation split data. We simply want to divide the data into 80%, 80% text data for training and and 20% text data for evaluation for the AI dash module. I think that is explaining why we have this 0.8 here, and then we basically take the remaining size, and which is going to be 20%. So I think that is actually fine. Then we divide the text basically based on these rules that we created. So again, lst listing that here we divide the text, imported text data into these quantities, I guess. Quantities, antiques, no. To these ratios that we talked above, that we mentioned above. We don't need that print here. And then I actually, wait a minute. I think I might found an error. actually, in my code. Ah, never mind. No, this is actually correct. Never mind. That is actually so correct. Yeah. That is so correct, actually. Never mind. LST listing here. We create then individual text files, .txt files, and it should not be text, it should be txt. Have I actually written text here? I don't think so. Oh, that should be fine. Yeah. Files for the training data, and also for the evaluation data. Valuation data. And individual is spelled wrong. Should be fine. And I probably want to have this code here as well. Here. Like that. Yeah. Named training.txt and validation.txt. Yep, that seems to be alright. What is the time? Okay. I probably will be able to explain these as well. This, boom, boom. We then create a variable named vocab size. We could actually down that up there, but that's fine. To store the vocabulary. I spelled it right. Nope, I did. Never mind. Size that we imported, yeah. And I also want to just define these, and then I will probably stop the stream here. Begin LST listing. That, boom, boom. I'm probably gonna make a space here, just to understand. The first thing we want to do is to create a encode and decode function for the training and validation data. The reason why we want to do this is because the neural network can only understand numerical values. Numerical values. So we have to convert and decode text data from strings / characters to numerical values. I think that is actually a fine introduction to that. Let's create a new row here, and the function function string to it should be backslash here to int is created by using a lambda function, which is also a nameless function. To essentially, I switched that. Essentially, evaluate every character of a string. This is actually a list, but since the my god, what is this inspector doing? Since chars is a list, do we have to create a for loop to loop over the individual characters? It actually didn't create a new line for some reason. It's super weird. Let's do this then. New line. Nope. Let's do this then. 0.2 centimeters. Boom. And we also want to do this here, 0.2 centimeters. Let's go. Nice. The function it should be int backslash to string do the completely opposite to the and I will just copy this function does. It evaluates the numerical value and converts it to a character. Yeah, so I think that is probably how much I will do today. Then we will start with all these classes and stuff and functions. But yeah, anyways, guys, I hope this somewhat cleared this up. I will upload this on my website when it's done. But yeah, thank you guys for watching and have a great night.